I'm writing a story called Izanagi, and recently I got a comment which was about the style of my story. It caused me to think about making this video, which is to explain what style my story would actually be in. In this video, I'd be going through the different styles and picking what style I think would fit my story. First, webcomic. Webcomics are normally used to make the blueprint for the next thing, or get an idea down. Since I'm always planning my story, that's kind of redundant, and even if I would, I can't do to how I physically can't draw like I used to. That's why I plan to hire an artist. Next style is Manwha/Webtoon. The reason I'm explaining these like they are the same is because they are basically the same. The main difference is how Webtoon is nearly exclusively online. Both are these large images, normally page-sized, primarily made to be read online. These normally have shorter chapters that are quick to read. For example, when reading a fight, it is cut in between a certain way. To give a short cliffhanger, I'll make a separate video explaining that. These cliffhangers are made in a way to be repeated and to keep you reading. However, it gets annoying at times and could make chapters feel short. Manhwa are normally colored, so that's a plus though. Manga, which are several panels on a page, read right to left, with sometimes being full page or double page spread. They aren't normally in color. These are more popular, and the pace could be whatever. Manga is one of the more popular styles, and it's clear to see why. They are easier to read due to being able to tell stories in intriguing ways and still being able to keep detail. The style allows the volumes to potentially be smaller, as there are fewer pages. Finally is Western novels, rarely having pictures and mostly written. The main positive is the fact that this would be cheaper when looking at hiring an artist. Also, I just like the idea of a narrator insulting the shit out of the reader. However, for things like fights, they will be harder to describe, and it would be harder to keep the reader's attention. So I'm going to do a fusion of manhwa, manga, and novels. Let me cook here. If the narrator is more prevalent, I would be able to easily switch between the novel style and the other. For certain things like conversations or certain styles of fights, because I'm a fucking nerd who really likes looking at the details of the martial arts to a point where drawing each detail might take too long. My goal is to basically get the best of all three worlds. Manhwa is good as drawing one large panel is faster than multiple. Western can be cheaper at times, and will allow me to add in more content to the volumes in certain areas without making them feel bloated. Finally, manga is just the best style in my opinion, and will be best when portraying details and fights. This is the best of all the worlds. Comment down below what you think of my perspective. Your opinions appreciated. Check out this video I made where I talk about the most unique feature to my power system yet.